All right, they did it. Akai fixed the external Midi issue that was going on with the new 3.0 update. And I was actually going to make like a video showing that. But while I was making that video, I noticed there was a slight little issue. Nothing to be too concerned about. It's something that they can probably fix really quickly. But today I'm going to talk about what they fixed, and I'm going to talk about the little issue that I discovered. So let's go ahead and get to it. Bolo! All right, before we get started, we got to give a shout out to the affiliates. I'm not going to make a very long affiliate ad today. I'm just going to tell you guys to make sure to check out zounds.com. They have a whole bunch of stuff on the site that you guys can get with no credit or background check. And make sure you guys go ahead and check out Analog Cases. They have a whole bunch of cases for you guys, and they're dope. Okay, so make sure you go and check out at least those two affiliates right there, and get something if you need it. Most of you guys know that I like to make beats in a standalone type of a situation, and I like to use outboard gear. I think it just sounds better, and it's easier for me to use because that's what I've been using for a very long time. I did go through a spurt of maybe about 5 or 6 years where I didn't use any outboard gear. I was completely in the box. But then once the MPC X came out and I actually picked mine up in 2018, I've been pretty much all outboard from that point right there. However, with that being said, I needed a way to use my keyboards with the MPC, and of course I use MIDI. However, with the new MPC 3.0 update, whatever you want to call it, they had a slight MIDI issue that had to be corrected, and I addressed that on a previous video, and they actually went out and they addressed it. Now, before I actually go on with this, I know a lot of you guys are asking, when are they going to drop the public beta? Well, they kind of already have been dropping the public beta already. First, they gave it to a few of us content creators. Then they started rolling it out to a few other people. And if you just give it a little time, they'll go ahead and roll it out to you as well. I'm thinking that they're taking their time because I don't know if y'all remember, but when the MPC stems came out, y'all went ahead and completely shut down the server. So many people were hitting that server that it was like nobody could get it. I feel what they're kind of doing by going ahead and just releasing a few people at a time so y'all won't go ahead and just kill the servers. But with more and more people getting the beta update, we're starting to find out a few little problems and a few little issues that Akai is actually fixing very fast. So if you bring up an issue, they're responding and they're getting stuff fixed. Just like with this MIDI situation, I responded, they got it fixed. Now, when I was actually making this video, I was going to show you guys how they fixed it and how I like to use my workflow of using these type of instruments with the MPC. However, when I was doing that, I found a slight issue, and I'm going to show you guys right now. All right, so here's my setup right here. Of course, I got the mothership right here, and then I have the Montage M6 right here, and I have the Phantom EX right here at the bottom. I know some of you guys are probably thinking it's overkill for what I got, but for the way I produce and the way I like to combine sounds and stuff like that, and I like to take and route things back into the MP and add my effects and stuff like that, this works out perfectly for me for right now. And I'm saying for right now because you guys know I will switch up on these boards really quickly. But for right now, I don't see myself really needing anything yet. Now, to be clear, before I show you what's going on, I did try this on the older operating system. No problems, no issues. I have the same exact settings. Everything works fine. So this is definitely a 3.0 beta thing that's going on with this. And like I said before, it's not a huge issue, but for people who do like to use the MSB and LSB banks, this will be an issue if it does not get resolved. All right, so here's the issue I got going on right now. So as you guys can see, I'm on MIDI track 1. I have the montage pulled up, and I don't have any of the program turned on, no LSB bank, no MSB. I just have it the standard way you would use MIDI. And I have a concert piano part pulled up right now on MIDI channel 1. Now, when I press play doing this, it actually plays correctly, no issues. All right, no problems, no issues. Works fine. Now what I'm going to do is use this with the MSB and LSB turned on. What we're going to do is we're going to turn the program on. Okay. Our MSB is going to be 63. And our LSB is going to be 0. And our program change is going to be 2. Now with those number values, they're going to give us the exact same sound, which is right here. Exact same sound. Okay. Now I'm going to play this back and watch what happens on the first note and watch how this sound actually changes. You see how it sounds different? And that first note seems like it was cut off. Let's play it again. And it does that with all of the sounds. So it's not just with this one particular MIDI channel. It does it with all the MIDI channels. And it's an issue because if I want to route this in via MIDI on the MPC or even on my computer, it gives me that silent note at the beginning and it sounds weird. Like the sound doesn't sound correct. Now with the YouTube compression and all that stuff, the audio is not the same. So you're not going to really hear that much of a difference, but there is a noticeable difference of the sound, how it changed when I used the MSB and LSB Banks. I don't know what's going on. It's a little filter thing going on with it or something, but there's definitely an issue. And as you guys can see, yeah, it's something that they have to address. That's the MIDI issue that I'm having. Hopefully, Akai will go ahead and address that. I know they have a lot of other things they have to address. This is not something that I'm just saying it needs to be fixed right now. But, you know, by the time everybody gets to public beta and more people are starting to use like their synthesizers and stuff like that with it, I'm pretty sure it's going to be an issue that comes up. And I'm very confident that they're going to go ahead and fix it. But I just want to go ahead and bring it to the attention of you guys as well, who are, you know, people like me who like to use synthesizers and to like to use a standalone setup when they're producing. So, you know, it is a beta. You know, it's going to be things that's going to happen. We just got to be patient. I'm pretty sure over time they're going to get a lot of this stuff addressed. But either way, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys learned something from it. And like I always say, peace out.